Hey everyone, thanks for coming back. Today is video 1 of my new series, Seen on Pinterest. And if you saw the short, you would have seen 4 projects that are up and coming, plus I have a list of other ones that I'm working on. So today we're going to do the Faux Drawers Pocket Page. That's what I'm calling it. So for this one, you can do it a couple of different ways. You can put it on a base page like this, and then you can put it into your journal, glue the page down, and when you glue it down, you can also glue it down as a pocket. So you could do 3 sides on a side tuck or 3 sides on top loading, or you can glue it down completely. But for today, we're just going to do a base page and then put the stuff on top of it. That way, when I go to make a journal, I can just pop it in there. Now this is going to depend a lot on the size of your journal or the size of your journals that you normally make. So if you know you always make like a 6x8 journal, then go ahead and cut your paper accordingly. So depending on how big this is how big your pockets are going to be. But for today's page, I'm doing, the page itself is 7.5 by 4.25. Just to give you an example. So that's how big this is going to turn out to be. So I put lace on the top, and then you have your pocket here and a pocket here, and then you have this pocket, which is expandable, and this pocket, which expands out just a little bit because we put the gusset in the back. Today I have all my pieces cut out, and then we're just going to do some little finishing and glue it all. So my pockets, I have double-sided paper, which I really like sometimes because it's going to coordinate. But if you don't, just cut out 2 separate pockets. Now what I did on the first one that I'm not doing on this one, I backed these bigger pockets with heavier paper. So they are more sturdy, but I feel like in comparison to the paper that we're putting it down on, even though you're going to be gluing it, I feel like they're too strong for this paper. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just using, it's like maybe a little thicker than copy paper, but it's not as thick as like regular cardstock. So these are all 4x3, so 4 inches by 3 inches. And I have 4 of them. You're going to do your 2 back panels and your 2 front panels. But what I'm going to do with the front ones is I'm going to score them. So these are pretty much ready to go. We're going to round the corners. But I'm going to set that aside, and I'll bring over my scoreboard. And then all you're going to do is you're going to score 1/2 inch all the way around. So 1/2 inch on this side, 1/2 inch on this side, and 1/2 inch on the bottom. And there's the last. So this one is super easy. And if you don't have a scoreboard, you can just use a ruler and line your lines up. And then if you have a bone folder or, you know, anything that's kind of hard, you can use the tip of your scissors. Just make for sure you don't cut through your paper. And then all we're going to do is we're going to fold on the lines. And then you're going to cut a little bit of this corner off. You don't have to go right to the edge, but it's just going to take out some of that bulk. And then you're also going to cut at the top. That way you don't see it too much when we fold. And then for this, all we're going to do is round the bottom corners. You can round all of them. I just kind of liked the look of the bottom being rounded. And then I'm going to round the bottoms of these as well. All right. And then let's ink around it real quick. So now we can go ahead and glue this down. So that's what it's going to look like. Next, what we're going to do, so I'm going to set these aside. Next, we have the little label. Now, I didn't have any little labels, so I just created myself a template off of cardstock, and then I drew it out. You're going to need two. But then a little trick that I found is I cut the straight lines, and then I used my small circle punch. So now you can have them the fancy way out, or you can have them like this, and then you can write on them. So I think that's what we're gonna do. All we're gonna do is glue our little labels on. What I did last time is I kind of put the two together. That way I could get them kind of in the same area, like as far as side to side goes. There. So there's those two, and then I brought along these. Let's just glue those down, and then we can glue them down to the paper, and then we'll be done. So these are super quick and easy. You can definitely mass make these and then just decorate them further when you get ready to put them in your journal. But honestly, they don't need much more decorating because I think they're super cute just like this. And again, you can kind of line it up, make for sure that they're in the same area if you want to. There's those. I think they're super cute. And then you can go ahead and write on here, or you can leave them blank. I'm just going to leave them blank. And then for our base page, all I did was I rounded the corners and then I inked. Now all we're going to do is glue these down and we will be finished. So see, it just gives you a nice small small border. Oh, and one thing I did do on the other one is I put lace. So we can go ahead and do that. I just think that's kind of cool because if they're like faux drawers, it kind of looks like, you know, you have some lacy items sticking out. So all I did, this was the easiest for me. I just flipped it over, put some glue on the back. That way I could make for sure that it was sticking out. And I lined it up. And I cut it off. That's it. We're ready to glue. And then you can figure out if you want one at the top or one at the bottom. I mean, really, they're both the same. So unless you decorate them differently, it's not gonna matter where you put them. And then just line it up. so it's semi-even on your page. There's one. And there's two. And now just be mindful, because I almost messed it up. At the top, just make for sure that you have enough room that you can still get your stuff in and out of the pocket. All right, and that's it, guys. We are finished. So you're gonna have 4 pockets on the page. You have a pocket here, and a pocket here, and a pocket here, and a pocket here. And then, like I said, if you glue this down to your journal and you choose to make a pocket on one of the sides, then you would have extra pockets. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy the series. If you have any ideas like, hey, I saw this on Pinterest, let me know and I will try and find it and recreate it. And until next time, guys, bye.